I am once again here with a Pokemon Champions video. In my last video, I participated in an official Pokemon tournament as a beginner, and if you'd like to watch that video, it is linked right up here. But this time around, I want to build a team based around my favorite shiny Pokemon and see if I can get to Master Ball rank. And my favorite shiny Pokemon is Spiritomb. So for this Spiritomb team, I have two rules for myself. One, I need to constantly be bringing Spiritomb out for games. He is a consistent part of my team. And two, the whole entire team needs to be shiny. This team consists of Sylveon, Spiritomb, Kingambit, Blastoise, Incineroar, and Basculegion. In my last video, I got a few comments that people were disappointed I didn't bring a full shiny team to the Pokemon tournament. The truth is simply that I just didn't want a shiny hunt for a male white striped Basculin, but I did it for this video, and it only took me 6 hours. So yeah, this proved to be a little tedious since the shiny isn't that noticeable, and I did this hunt in Pokemon Violet, made a sparkling power level 3 sandwich for water type Pokemon, and I got to hunting. After 6 hours of hunting off stream, I decided to just do a little bit of hunting on stream, and of course I found it immediately. I have the shiny charm and sparkling power 3 Herba Mystica, and this damn Basculin will not show up. So I was like, you know what? Maybe I have to do it on stream for it to show up. I don't know. I have done so many sandwiches off stream for this. All right, nobody judge me for how I make the sandwich. Just don't look. Just don't look. It's gonna be okay. Massive mass outbreaks. I hate doing water massive mass outbreaks. Yeah, ooh, the cucumber down. All right, who would eat this? Raise your hand. All right, so this is how I have been doing this hunt. If anybody has any better advice for it, let me know. But I literally just go in, I'm in here, and then I just start destroying any and all Basculin I see because I don't trust myself to see the shiny. No. So all the Basculin in this area are not male. So there is a good chance I could do all this work. Yeah, yeah. So, yeah. We just gotta like literally pray to Arceus it's a male. Fish. Wait, is that it? That's it? Okay. Guys, I need a man. So badly right now. I need a man. The rest of the Pokemon I needed to shiny hunt for this team were pretty easy to find. I had a spare shiny Eevee for Sylveon, already had my shiny Blastoise from the tournament that I did, and I had a spare shiny Litten that I could evolve up into Incineroar. I needed to search for a shiny Bisharp that I eventually found in, again, Pokemon Violet. A lot of these Pokemon on my team were really complicated to evolve. I don't know why. And for Spiritomb, I went back and forth between wanting to use my shiny Spiritomb that I found in BDSP or my shiny Spiritomb that I found in Legends Arceus. I found this Legends Arceus Spiritomb specifically during the PM7 24-hour challenge. I decided to go with that one because his name was Pop-Tart. That's it. Okay, it only took me 8 hours to make this team and shiny hunt it. Let's see how far we can go with a shiny Spiritomb team in Pokemon Champions. This team is built around my shiny Spiritomb setting up Trick Room. I bring my Mega Blastoise because it's the Mega Evolution I'm the most familiar with using, and I just like to get as much use out of him as I can before Raichu comes to destroy him. Spiritomb can also set up Rain for Blastoise if I want to try Water Spouting, but I don't want to just rely on that strategy. I want the matches to be a little bit more interesting than that. I also gave Spiritomb Foul Play to help with popular physical attackers like Basculegion, Garchomp, and Sneasler. Sylveon is overall just great, and so is Kingambit. Kingambit's Iron Head is really helpful when it comes to fairy types. And then of course I have Basculegion in the back for cleanup and Incineroar if I'm feeling a little evil that day. If you'd like to try out this team, the team ID is up at the top, and also I'm going to post it down below in the description. I'd be very, very, very curious to hear any ideas you have for this team, or if you decide to try it out and experiment with it, please let me know what changes you make. I have Shadow Sneak on Spiritomb for a priority move, but it's overall pretty weak and not very helpful most of the time. And I also think Blastoise moveset could be a little bit better than what I was running, but overall, I had a lot of fun with this team. Real quick, a word from this video's sponsor. I have a lot of favorite parts about my job, and one of the real highlights is getting to connect with and read comments from people all over the world. When I was in Paris last year, I met a French viewer at a Pokemon Go event, and I was truly just kicking myself the whole time I was talking to them because I never took my French class seriously in college. Because of the pandemic, attendance was optional, so I ended up never going and learning absolutely nothing from it. But Southern New Hampshire University, the sponsor of today's video, is a fantastic and affordable option for anyone looking to learn something new or build towards work you actually care about. And SNHU is a great choice for anybody who's kind of feeling stuck in their career. Before I became a full-time YouTuber and streamer, I was waitressing for a few years. I felt very stuck there. I just didn't really know what I wanted to do after I graduated college. But I started streaming in 2020 and then making YouTube videos a few years later, and I can confidently say I am now doing my dream job. And if you're having trouble pivoting to a new career, SNHU is a great platform to help you. SNHU is one of the largest accredited universities in the country with over 200 degree programs, many online, and everything's built around flexibility. No set class times, you work when you can and where you can. Whether you're interested in business, marketing, communications, or even, something completely different, SNHU gives you the flexibility to work towards your degree while still balancing work, family, travel, or whatever else you got going on. With degree programs like computer science and even game development, you can learn applicable real-world skills, and you can save time and money by transferring up to 90 academic, military, or experiential credits. A degree that interests me as a YouTuber is graphic design and media arts. I'm always looking to update my stream layouts and advance my graphic and editing skills with my YouTube videos. If you're looking for a new start or a career change, SNHU is a great resource to do so. Go to snhu.edu/partyarly to find your path forward. Accepts US students only. Alright, so I'm starting in Pokeball rank, and I just want to show you guys the interesting matches that are not bots. This is my first non-bot match with the team, and I was up against some rodents, some very shiny rodents. My normal go-to is to just Trick Room and Fake Out as an opener, and I have no idea what I was doing here because I wasn't faking out with Blastoise. Faking out the Alolan Raichu would have saved me a lot of damage on Blastoise. My Water Spout strategy could have worked, but I guess not. It's fine though, because the Dark Pulse knocked it out anyway. Mimikyu is out next, and here, again, could have been a nice Water Spout moment, but instead I switched into Incineroar. Shadow Sneak, not really doing much here, and I should have just focused on getting damage off on the Mimikyu since it's the bigger threat and all Dedenne is doing is just supporting. I fake out the Dedenne even though I should have faked out the Mimikyu because, again, it's the bigger threat, but whatever, I didn't know what I was doing. Just Shadow Sneak Mimikyu to get some damage off of it. Drain Punch is gonna hit a little hard. Not too hard, but it's gonna hit a little hard, and now Mimikyu is getting some health back up. This Mimikyu sucked, and I should have just put all of my focus on the Mimikyu, but thankfully, I have a little bit of a Citrus Berry moment. As you can see, Spiritomb is doing something that's going to be very common in future matches, which is just sitting on the field, not doing much, but being a tank. It's a little bit of an annoying problem that I still honestly don't think I've really figured out. But yeah, Shadow Sneak, it just doesn't, I don't know. It's priority, but I already have Trick Room up, and it just doesn't do much. Anyway, now it's time to Flare Blitz. Finally, I have the Mimikyu off the screen. However, hey, and it was a crit as well. Don't think that mattered. Now it is time for truly the biggest wall to ever wall me, and that is a Mega Chestnut who I have never gone up against before. I have never had to battle against a Chestnut, so I didn't really know what to expect here. All I knew is it had Spiky Shield, and that's it. At first I was like, okay, well, I have, Incineroar, fire type. Surely something good can come from this. I was wrong. I was very wrong. In fact, I was so wrong. I had no idea how over it was with only 2 water type Pokemon in the back to deal with this. So now I know Mega Chestnut is an issue. Here I go, Shadow Sneaking. Look at that huge damage. I don't know what I was thinking. Also, here comes death. It's so funny to me that, look at my face. It's so funny to me that Dedenne is still on the screen. He has been here this whole match. A Thunderbolt to Pop-Tart. Pop-Tart is just such a tank. Trick Room is now over. I have a Basculegion. What the hell am I gonna do with my Basculegion and Blastoise? Blastoise has no health. Trick Room is done. Obviously, Basculegion is faster, so I decide to keep Basculegion to make Last Respects a little bit more powerful whenever Blastoise eventually dies, which will happen in just a second here. But yeah, Dedenne has Thunderbolt. I should have focused on getting it off the screen way faster and getting Mimikyu off the screen way faster. Water Spout Gaming would have been just the better play, but unfortunately I let the Alolan Raichu get too much damage off of me with the Thunderbolt at the beginning of the game. So yeah, now I'm just kind of stuck here. My Spiritomb is so tanky. I don't know why he Leech Seeds me, but he does Leech Seed me, which is kind of iconic of him. And this match is truly just over. It is so over for me. My only saving grace here is Basculegion Last Respects, but with Dedenne's Thunderbolt and Chestnut on the field as well, there really isn't much my Basculegion can do. It's gonna die, you know, immediately. It also is Choice Scarfed, not Focus Sashed, so it can only use Last Respects, and it's not guaranteed to live something. Look at how tanky that Chestnut is. 2 Thunderbolts and I'm done for. So yeah, this was GG's. I had never gone up against a Chestnut before though, so you know what? It's a learning experience. I learned something and I lost, but that's what you do in VGC is you lose and you learn a lot. Quite a bit. Alrighty, so for this next team, we got a little Charizard action. We got some Alolan Ninetales. Sneasler, of course, is who I'm expecting to see, and maybe a Whimsicott Tailwind moment. I'm not really sure, but I do feel comfortable to use Trick Room against this team, and I am fully expecting to see Sneasler for sure. Because King Gambit has Iron Head, I decided to bring him along since we have 3 different fairy types we're going up against, and that'll be nice against Alolan Ninetales, and I bring Basculegion in the back. All right, so we see, of course, a Sneasler lead, but then also Alolan Ninetales. My thought process here is like, okay, I'm assuming he is just trying to set up an Aurora Veil. Spiritomb's ability Infiltrator will actually ignore Aurora Veil's effects, so that's kind of nice. I Trick Room and decide to just fake out, even though I know 100% sure that I am going to not go before the Sneasler. I'm just gonna fake out anyway, why not? My thought process here is that Blastoise isn't going to take a lot of damage because I am thinking that Sneasler will fake the Blastoise out and then Ninetales will set up the Aurora Veil and that'll be it. But then I set up the Trick Room to be faster, so that was my thought process. So now it is time to do my tried and true, my Rain Dance Water Spout. I can't believe I'm still running this, but I am. Spiritomb's Rain Dance is going to go first before Blastoise's Water Spout, which is fun. So also shout out Cleffa on my lap, completely just asleep. So there goes the Rain Dance. Super, super nice to have that. And obviously Water Spout isn't going to do as much if Aurora Veil wasn't up, but that's okay. It's still going to take a really, really good chunk of damage. Nice. You love to see it both in the yellow. It's beautiful. It's gorgeous. Close combat here. It's not going to knock me out, but it is going to take, you know, a good chunk. So it was nice to get the Water Spout damage off when I did. We're going to see our first fairy type move against Spiritomb. We got a berry to help with that fairy type attack. And look at my goat. Look at my chunky Pop-Tart goat. I love Spiritomb. Obviously the berry is helping us out there for sure, but amazing. So Foul Play, as I mentioned earlier, Foul Play goes so sicko mode on some of these physical attackers. Obviously, it's not very effective against Sneasler, but it's still gonna knock it out. It is amazing. So I'm going Foul Play onto the Sneasler, and then Aura Sphere onto the Ninetales. We knock out the Sneasler. A Foul Play can, I think, almost every time consistently knock out Basculegion in one, which is amazing, unless obviously it's sashed. Aura Sphere onto that Ninetales. I am obviously off to a great start. Still don't know their mega yet, but we're starting off pretty well here. So Gardevoir and Basculegion come out now in the back, and obviously Gardevoir is the mega here. I still have Trick Room up here, which is fantastic since Basculegion is so fast. If my Trick Room was up here, I don't really know what would happen, honestly. So I am going to do what I said earlier, the foul play to Basculegion, and then I'm just gonna double up into the Basculegion just in case, because I am not aware yet how powerful foul play goes here. So I'm doubling up just in case it doesn't get knocked out, because I'm really scared of Last Respects. Pop-Tart hits that foul play, baby. He is just done. He's gone. He's gone. Rest in pieces. He is so... Rest in peace to that man. Rest in peace to that man. I decided to Dark Pulse here just in case I can get a flinch. And baby girl, I get what I like to call a flinch. I simply flinch. And now all I can do here is just, you know, hang out. Watch this Gardevoir die. We Shadow Sneak. See how much Shadow Sneak does. And just hope for the best. I'm assuming that they're gonna forfeit, and then they don't, which is crazy. So this is good information. See how much Shadow Sneak does. It doesn't do nothing, so that's nice. And then I just decided to Water Spout because I'm like, well, the rain is up. Why not? And this is the game that gets me into Great Ball tier, which is really fun. Let's go Spiritomb. My goat, Spiritomb. Yippee. Also, if you've made it this far into the video and you haven't subscribed yet, mayhaps consider a little subscribe. I post a lot of Pokemon videos, and I also stream over on Twitch. Sometimes I stream Pokemon Champions, and I also have all of my Pokemon Champions VODs, all of my streams archived onto my Party Arlie Plays channel, which you can go watch some playthroughs over there if you'd like. All right, let's get back to it. So this next team is pretty interesting. They have a Farigiraf and a Maushold, which I'm kind of telling myself, okay, Basculegion maybe not the greatest choice for this matchup since all he does is Last Respects, but I don't know yet. I'm still thinking. I think definitely let's bring Sylveon since there's a Dragonite and a Dragapult. I've never gone against an Empoleon or a Dragapult before, so I'm not really sure what to expect with those two, but I feel confident bringing Sylveon for Dragonite. And in the back, I'm like, you know what? Let's do King Gambit. I'm not that confident when it comes to bringing King Gambit most of the time because I just don't really know what he's capable of yet, but I decided to bring King Gambit anyway, lead with my classic duo of Trick Room and Fake Out, and we'll see what happens. Okay, so they're bringing out Farigiraf and Maushold. I'm assuming that their Farigiraf has Armor Tail, so that means I can't use moves like Fake Out, so I gotta get creative here. I decide, after a lot of deliberating, to, instead of use Trick Room like I normally do with Spiritomb, I decide to Rain Dance. And you'd be thinking, oh, so Rain Dance, Water Spout, right? No, I don't know why I Rain Dance here. I feel like I should have just gotten damage off on the Farigiraf or something. I don't know. This is one of those moments where Spiritomb is like, I don't really know what I'm doing with Spiritomb. But I Rain Dance and Aura Sphere into the Maushold just because I feel like Maushold is going to eventually be annoying. So I'm like, whatever, if you're going to follow me or whatever, let's just take you out right now. Maushold has Bullet Seed, so I'm honestly kind of glad I didn't Water Spout, but then that just kind of makes you think, you know, well, what was the point of Rain Dance? I don't know. I still don't know why I Rain Danced, but that's okay. Thankfully, Bullet Seed only hit me 2 times, so that's nice. And now we can Aura Sphere into the Maushold, take it out almost. It just has a little bit of HP left. I feel like Spiritomb this would have been the perfect opportunity to just like get, you know, that little bit of damage off of Maushold and take it out. But no, I Rain Danced. Well, I don't know. And now we got a Psychic Terrain up. I don't know what the hell is going on. Okay, so I now realize, why the hell did I Rain Dance? What was the point of Rain Dancing? Still couldn't tell you to this day why I Rain Danced. So I finally decided to use Pop-Tart to set up a Trick Room. For a second, I'm like, should I Foul Play? Nah, let's Trick Room. Let's get faster. Especially because my 2 Pokemon in the back are also slow. So, you know, we can all benefit from a Trick Room. So I decided to bring out King Gambit and predict that Maushold is just going to use Bullet Seed again. And this was a great switch on my part, y'all. It must be said, something that I have gotten so much better about doing is predicting what is going to happen next and switching Pokemon to take advantage of that. I have gotten so much better about that. And it's just really fun to improve. Really fun and exciting to improve at that. So now we see Farigiraf be stomping. He's got a ground type move, which is scary for my Kingambit, but good news is now we are faster. So that is huge. My Kingambit is a very slow lad. All right, so now my thinking is, well, what if I switch Spiritomb out for Blastoise? I have this rain up. You know, this rain is up. For some reason, this rain is up. Why don't I switch into Blastoise? I have a feeling that both Pokemon out on the field right now are going to double into my Kingambit since he's so scary and tanky and just he's a big threat. So I am right now predicting, okay, I don't think either of them will hit Spiritomb. Let's just bring in Blastoise safely and see what happens. And then obviously I kowtow cleave into the Farigiraf just to try and get some big damage. But then we see a Klotzer moment. I have never gone up against a Klotzer ever in my entire life. I have never gone up against one of these guys, so I have no idea what to expect, but I'm pretty sure he has the same ability as my Mega Blastoise. So, you know, there's that. Look at how much that ground type move did to my Kingambit. My Kingambit is an actual goat. It is unreal how much of a goat he is. Okay, so I've brought Blastoise out, and I'm like, well, I was gonna Water Spout, but now we got this Klotzer situation, so I don't know, is Water Spout even really worth it? And now I'm just kind of like stuck trying to decide what I want to do. I decide to Dark Pulse and then just another kowtow cleave moment. I'm faster, you know, so why not? Let's just like take advantage and get these moves out. We kowtow cleave into the Klotzer. I have no idea what to expect from the Klotzer. I'm very nervous about it. So I kind of just double up into it to get it off the screen. Aura Sphere. It hurts, y'all. It hurts. I'll say it. It hurts. Even with that Chople Berry, she hurt a little bit. But that's okay because my Kingambit was able to go first and get some damage off of it. It's fine. I'm not upset about it. Guys, I'm not crying. A little psychic moment. That's fine. My Blastoise is still alive. You might be thinking to yourself, what was the point of the rain? Still don't know. Scientists are still trying to figure out why there is rain, why I rain danced. I don't know if we'll ever figure it out. I don't know, but that's okay. We got the Farigiraf, you know, out here, just had herself, you know, a snack, a little citrus berry moment, but we got the Klotzer off the screen. Mousehold and its 1 HP is back. I'm bringing out my girl. Let's get some spread damage with Hyper Voice. Yeah, let's get some. Yes. Okay. So we can Aura Sphere. Once again, we are faster. We can Aura Sphere. We could Dark Pulse. I decide to Dark Pulse. We got to get this Farigiraf off the screen. I also decide to Hyper Voice because it's going to hit them both. We have 2 turns of Trick Room left. Why not? Let's just go for some big damage here, you know? Sylveon uses Hyper Voice. This is my first time ever using Sylveon, and can I just say, I love using Sylveon. It is super fun. Sylveon's ability, Pixelite, just makes everything fair, all the normal type moves fairy type, and it's just very silly and fun. We Dark Pulse, we Hyper Voice, rest in peace. He's got one more Mon in the back. I don't really remember who he's got. I think it's his Mega, though, if I am remembering correctly. The rain is done. Thank God, honestly. Still don't know why it was there, but thank God it's done. But now he is going to send out, any minute now, Max, aka Dragonite. This is the Mega. This is the Mega. The good news is we have Sylveon, so like we really shouldn't be sweating it. For a second, I'm like, should I Hyper Beam? But I know that's a bad idea. I know I should not Hyper Beam. That is not, no, I shouldn't. I should not do that. So I do decide to go for the Hyper Voice and see what happens. It's good information for me as well, since I'm not used to using Sylveon, to learn how much Hyper Voice does, even though Dragonite does have Dragon Scale, which makes it take less damage at full HP. There's a Hyper Voice though. Isn't that crazy? Even with the Dragon Scale, it goes down to yellow health. Blastoise hits it with the Dark Pulse. We got 4%, and then he flinched. I felt so bad about that flinch, y'all. That flinch was evil. That flinch was evil. And now you just quick attack and yeah, you just win. You know, he forfeit, we just win there. What a match! It was so fun. Oh, the Dark Pulse flinches. I don't know. Yeah. Anyway, we're climbing up Great Ball now. Here we go. All right, so now I'm Great Ball rank 1. So I only have a few more matches between me and Ultra Ball. If I can just win the next 2 though, I am safely in Ultra Ball. This next battle, as you can see, there are so many steel types on my opponent's team. So I'm like, okay, this could be an Incineroar game. I don't feel very confident with Incineroar. I don't bring him very often, but I was like, you know what? Let's bring Incineroar for this one. I really like to lead Blastoise Spiritomb and then fake out with Blastoise, but with this lead with Incineroar instead of Blastoise, I can just fake out with Incineroar and have my Intimidate do some work, which is kind of nice. I still decide to bring Blastoise in the back just to bring somebody who can Mega Evolve. And then also Blastoise has Aura Sphere, which is nice for a lot of these steel types. And then I decide to bring Basculegion in the back. I'm not very confident. Maybe I should have brought King Gambit. I don't really know, but I decided to bring Basculegion just because I feel confident with him. And now it's time for another match. So my opponent is also leading with Incineroar, and I see Corviknight. I have struggled so much in the past with Corviknight, just really struggling to get its damage down. I don't know, it's just given me a lot of issues in the past. I'm kind of hoping that maybe Corviknight Tail wins here, and I'm able to set up my Trick Room and really help myself out. But I don't really know. I feel like I don't really see Corviknight use Tailwind much anymore, but I go for the classic. I go for the Trick Room and then fake out. Even though, you know, his Incineroar might fake me out first, whatever, I'm still gonna try to go for the fake out. He, of course, he fakes me out first. Who is surprised? Not me. This Corviknight, I believe, is an Iron Defense Body Press Corviknight. So we got to get this man off the screen immediately. Trick Room is up. It's time to get some damage off of this man, like right now. I decide to Rain Dance with my Spiritomb and then Parting Shot the Corviknight and bring out my Mega Blastoise and just maybe get some big damage with Water Spout, and this was a huge mistake, and that is because of Corviknight's ability Mirror Armor, which bounces back any stat lowering effects. So that was a huge mistake. I didn't know. I'm stupid. I didn't know, but now I know, and now I'll never forget. I'll literally never forget ever again in my entire life. But Blastoise comes out. Now it's a gamble of like, are they going to hit my Blastoise? How much damage is it going to do? Or can I safely Water Spout this next turn? Another Iron Defense. I gotta be honest here. I'm shaking in my boots. I am truly shaking in my boots. We see a Parting Shot onto Spiritomb, which is fine. That's whatever. I don't care. Spiritomb is really just here to set Rain and Trick Room and then just sit there and do nothing, if I'm being just totally honest here. So that's okay. If you're gonna Parting Shot anybody, fine. I'll take that. And obviously my Parting Shot into Corviknight doesn't even really matter because I, you know, set my Incineroar back. But now we see Mr. Sword and Shield himself. So I'm gonna hit a Shadow Sneak. Is this gonna do much? No. I'm gonna hit a Foul Play instead. Just kidding. I'm going Foul Play mode. I am very stressed about this Corviknight. The rain is up. I'm going Water Spout mode. I am so stressed about a Body Press hitting me at any moment, but it's time to Mega Evolve. Also, Aegislash can change its form, its stance, which is fun. So Foul Play isn't going to do much with Shield, but whenever he's in attack, Foul Play is going to go crazy. Anyway, I Water Spout. Doesn't do anything to Mr. Shield here, but it hits the Corviknight. And it knocks it out, baby. I was literally, look at my face. I was never worried. I was actually so worried. Shouldn't have been worried. Even those Iron Defenses got nothing on my Water Spout. Okay, my opponent brings out Incineroar. We get a little Intimidate moment happening, but that's okay. That's fine. I am going to Foul Play the Aegislash. He is in defense stance, defense mode, shield mode, whatever it is. So, you know, something to consider. I think about sending out my Basculegion because he's likely going to fake me out, you know? But then I'm like, you know what? Whatever. I'm sending out Incineroar. I'm scared of the Aegislash. So I believe the reason why I decided to send out Incineroar instead is just to get some big damage off of Incineroar. But the rain would have helped Basculegion, but my Trick Room is still up. So that is the main reason why I decided to not bring out Basculegion. I need to bring my slow boy. Incineroar is slow. I am predicting that his Incineroar, who is not as cool as mine because mine is shiny, is gonna fake out mine, of course. Of course, we did see this coming. Look at how much Foul Play does. Not bad. Not too bad. And now the stance has changed. We have changed, and look at this. He misses. Incineroar avoids that attack, baby. You simply love to see it. That was a great turn for me. Very, very, very good turn. Why am I shadow sneaking? Who knows? Please change your mind. Okay, perfect. I need to foul play. If there's one thing I should do here, it is foul play this Aegislash. What am I doing? Please hit foul play. Girl. Oh my God, girl. What are you doing? And now I think I'm just doubling up into it. I should foul play. Girl, please foul play. Oh my God. Okay, perfect. I was really worried I was about to shadow sneak. Okay, we foul play and then we double up into the Aegislash with Flare Blitz? Or no, we parting shot. Oh my God, we parting shot. Look at that foul play damage. That is amazing. You simply love to see it. There is nothing you love to see more. We parting shot into the Incineroar. We're out of here. We say goodbye. We say see you later. And you guys already know exactly who I'm bringing back out. I still got the rain up. So like, what else would I do? You know? And he could have Tyranitar in the back. I have no idea who he has in the back, but my Blastoise is still here with full health. Why not? So we bring the Blastoise back, and this is my final turn of Trick Room as well. He's got one Pokemon left, and it's his Mega. It's Scizor, and you know what he's gonna do? He's gonna hit him with, wait for it, hold. It's happening. The forfeit. I mean, what can he do? You know, what can he do? So I think did he still have Incineroar in the back? Yeah, I think so, but I don't know. He forfeits, so we take that W. We're on a 4-win streak, cruising through Great Ball tier right now. Just look at that. Look, that is crazy. We are just flying through. Ultra Ball is very near. Ditto! Toucannon! What is happening here? So this is an interesting team. They are bringing all normal types, this mono normal team, and the thing that immediately catches my eye, of course, is the Ditto. My first thinking is like, okay, I think I just need to get big damage off on this team. I've also never gone up against a Toucannon before, but I wasn't really expecting them to bring it, so I kind of felt okay. I knew that this was not a match for Basculegion though. Obviously, like, last respect's not really gonna do us any favors here. So my thinking is, of course, you know, bring in the Blastoise, bring in the Spiritomb, bring in King Gambit and Sylveon, and just kind of hope for the best. I've never gone up against a Ditto, but I love the idea of using a Ditto. Okay, so at the start of this match, they lead their Lopunny and their Toucannon. I was not ready for the Toucannon. I have no idea what to expect from Toucannon, but, you know, I've seen Lopunny, so I'm feeling okay. My game plan is to, of course, Trick Room and then get a Fake Out off of that Lopunny. Maybe I should do it on the Toucannon, but I decided to do it on the Lopunny because that's likely the Mega, and I am scared of Lopunny. So I do my tried and true Mega Evolve into a Fake Out, and here we go. We Fake Out the Lopunny. It doesn't work. It's Zoroark. That is a disguised little guy right there. So that's good information to have now, and we must get him off the screen. Now the Toucannon is going to use Bullet Seed. I had no idea, you know, anything about Toucannon, but it has the ability Skill Link, which causes multi-strike moves to always hit their maximum number of times. So I just got absolutely destroyed by this Toucannon. Now I'm faster though with Trick Room up. My thought process is like, is a Water Spout even worth it here? I don't really know. I decide to Rain Dance Water Spout anyway, just because I'm like, you know what? Might as well get some damage off of it. You know, like, even though I'm low on health, we might as well. The rain will help me a little bit. Let's just see what happens, see how much damage it does. That's at least, you know, a little bit of information. So I get the rain up with Pop-Tart, which is nice, you know, why not? And then I hit the Water Spout. All I'm wanting is just to you know, get these guys in yellow health at least. It doesn't have to be anything crazy. Not expecting any knockouts, so that's fine. I'm expecting, there's the disguise. We already knew this since fake out didn't work. I'm expecting a bullet seed, and I know I'm gonna die, but hey, you know what? At least I went out with a water spout, I suppose. So Blastoise faints, no surprise there. And now Zoroark hits me with a Shadow Ball that hits really hard, but it's fine because Spiritomb has done what it is here to do, you know, set up the rain and the Trick Room, and it's fine. I am now thinking, okay, I don't know what he has in the back. He could have Ditto, which could be really bad for me. I decide, you know, let me just do King Gambit. He is a unit. He is a tank. He'll hit hard. You know, Kowtow Cleave goes kind of crazy. Let's just hope for the best here. Hope we don't have anything too crazy in the back on their side. I decide to foul play just to see how much damage it'll do on the Toucannon, and then Kowtow Cleave, or no, I Sucker Punch into the Zoroark because I know it's gonna attack. It's about to die, obviously, so like, yeah, it's gonna attack. I'm always really hesitant to use Sucker Punch. I'm really bad at predicting when people are gonna attack or not, just because I don't know what people have, like the moves that certain Pokemon have. I don't have that really memorized yet, but thankfully this Sucker Punch landed. I have no idea what this Toucannon is doing over here. Sharpening, heating up its beak. I don't know what's going on, but I do a little foul play just to get information. I get burned, which is fine. If anybody's gonna get burned on the screen, it's Spiritomb. I'm happy for that. Blast Beak, girl, what were you expecting there? Like what did we think was gonna happen? So now it's a game of like, okay, what comes out next? I'm very scared. I just revealed that I have King Gambit. They, of course, to no surprise, send out Ditto. If I had a Ditto in the back, I would also send it out when I see King Gambit across the screen. So now I have I have a King Gambit to deal with, and I'm scared. I'm very scared and nervous. How am I gonna get this thing off the screen? Especially because I have Sylveon in the back. And King Gambit has Iron Head. So like, what am I gonna do? Like one Iron Head and my Sylveon's done. So what do I do? I have I think two turns of Trick Room up right now. I don't know why I protect. I think I should have just focused on getting damage off while I'm faster, but I decide to protect here. I don't think this was the right call. I think that I should have maybe even doubled up into the King Gambit or something. I don't know, but I don't think protecting here was the call personally. Toucannon, once again, heating up that beak. Don't really understand what's going on there. I protect. Just want to see what the King Gambit is going to do. Likely knock out the Spiritomb. Indeed, it does. Sucker Punches Pop-Tart. Pop-Tart is down, and now I got to bring out Sylveon. Okay, so now my Sylveon is out. I have like one turn left of Trick Room, so I don't really know why I decided to detect here. I really should have just taken advantage of my speed, but alas, I decided to detect and Kowtow Cleave into the Ditto because I just want to get big damage off of the Ditto. That is the bigger threat than the Toucannon. And then a very smart play by my opponent here. They bring back the King Gambit, I'm assuming just so that they can get more power out of Supreme Overlord since Toucannon is about to die for sure. So I protect here. Truly such a waste of a turn in my opinion. And then I Kowtow Cleave into the Lopunny, which is great damage. That is great, but you know, if I had Hyper Voiced or something like that, I feel like that just would have gone so much better. But here we are, now we're slow. To me, I'm thinking I'm in good position because these two guys are almost dead and he only has one more Pokemon in the back, but that King Gambit, like I really can't do anything to that thing with my two Pokemon that I have left. So like, you know, what do we even do? I decided to Sucker Punch into the Lopunny because I'm like, you know what? She's definitely gonna die here. Like she's gonna attack. There's no way she's not attacking in my opinion. So I might as well Sucker Punch for the priority since Trick Room is done now. We see the Mega. There is no surprise with the Mega Lopunny at all. Imagine there was a Mega Ditto, y'all. Mega Ditto, I feel like could go crazy. I quick attack into the Toucannon just to get it to die. And now I also knock out the Lopunny here with Sucker Punch. So now their Ditto King Gambit is so powerful. He's so strong now. I am truly, it's so over for me, y'all. So here comes the Ditto. Ditto is so back and better than ever. We got another King Gambit back and better than ever. Supreme Overlord goes crazy here now. So I decide to hyper voice into the Ditto and then just sucker punch since I know it's gonna attack. But honestly, y'all, I think looking back on this, and I'm very curious to hear your thoughts as well, I think I should have just detected Sylveon, maybe Kowtow cleaved? I'm not sure if Sylveon, I don't know. And then maybe quick attacked into the King Gambit for the next round and then sucker punched. I don't know. That's what, as I watch this match back, that is what I would do now that I've gained some knowledge. But I'm curious to hear your thoughts if there was even like a chance for me to get out of it. But now we just have like King Gambit versus King Gambit. And oh my God, I flinch, which is kind of just like, you know, girl, I'm already dead. You don't need to like, I'm already dead. I was about to say, I think I forfeit this match, but you know what? I don't think I forfeit this match. Should I have forfeit this match? Probably. I don't really know what I should have done. I don't know what the correct etiquette is for this situation here, but I decide to keep going because it just felt like a it's not over until it's over type of situation. Sometimes you know it's over. This time I didn't really know if it was over or not. So I decide to just kind of keep hitting, and then I decide to do a little protect stalling as well to see if maybe that can help me at all. So I go for another Kowtow cleave here. I'm feeling kind of bad watching this because I feel like I should have just forfeit, but he is going to Iron Head in hopes that I will flinch again. I Kowtow. Okay, not bad. I'm honestly shocked that he didn't Kowtow. And now I protect. I protect here. You know, just kind of delaying it. Again, should I have forfeit? Maybe, but I think I win this match, so maybe it's fine. I don't know. Okay, he hits me with the Iron Head once again. And now I know he is going to attack me. I'm hitting him with the sucker punch, y'all. Like, I'm dead either way. I might as well sucker punch, right? So here we go. This is like the, oh no, what'll happen here? I win, bitch. I win. Can you even believe that? Can you believe I just won this match? This was agonizing, I'll be honest. It feels bad. I'm so sorry, Zan Daniel, punk guy. Zan Daniel, wherever you are, I apologize for that match. I know that was not fun. But hey, I'm on a 7-win streak, baby. So, you know. But I am sorry about that. I do apologize. I'm so sorry. I think my 7-win streak is pretty evident that I was actually not doing too terrible with the Spiritomb team. And I think that is largely due to the fact that when you climb the ladder, people don't know what to expect. They can't see what moves my Spiritomb has. They have no idea what's coming when I send out Spiritomb. So, you know, if they saw that my Spiritomb had Trick Room and Rain Dance, they might get an idea like, oh, this is a weird water spout situation, and definitely a Trick Room team. But a lot of the times, people had no idea that Spiritomb was going to set up Trick Room, so that was definitely working towards my advantage. I only ever really struggled sometimes with our Chaladon teams. I actually had a much easier time getting to Master Ball rank with this team than I did last season. So this next match is so crazy, and I forgot to record the first round of moves that happen. But don't worry, all the crazy stuff happens after that. Okay, for this match, I'm just gonna do a live reaction because I don't even remember exactly what happened in this match, but I do know it was very annoying. So I forgot to start recording at the beginning of this match, but I think all you missed out on was me setting up a Rain Dance and me setting up a Trick Room. They have a Mega Frost Sauce team, and I believe Aurora Veil is up. And do you see that? I just got frozen. So that is the start of this match being so unbelievably ridiculous. So my Blastoise is frozen because Frostlass just used Blizzard, so that's fun. I haven't evolved my Blastoise yet for some reason. No idea why. So it has Rain Dish helping it, you know, heal up a little bit. I send out my Incineroar. I cannot remember anything from this match beside it going on way too long, so I'm excited to see what happens. So Incineroar is out. We have Rain up. This would have been the time when I would have water spouted, but you know, I can't because I'm now frozen. So I decide, you know what? Let's just get the Mega Evolution off the screen, right? So I am Flare Blitzing into the Frostlass, and then if by some chance I unfreeze, I Water Spout. But I don't think I can unfreeze on the first turn of being frozen. I'm not 100% sure, but whatever. I Mega Evolve anyway and hit the Water Spout, and we see what happens. Whimsicott protects, which is interesting. I feel like, I don't know, an interesting decision. Oh, I don't Flare Blitz. I Parting Shot. That's interesting. I hit him with the Parting Shot and I get out of here. My Spiritomb is down and I have King Gambit in the back, which is great. Shadow Ball into Blastoise is totally fine. It's a very, very weird... This match is a very weird back and forth of like nothing really happening for a while. So obviously Frostlass ghost typing. King Gambit can go sicko mode here. I'm mainly just trying to get this damn Mega off the screen. I have done basically nothing, by the way, to this. Also, yeah, Whimsicott Fairy typing. I've basically done nothing to their team so far. They have full health on everybody, and I am frozen down over half HP on Blastoise, and my Spiritomb is dead. So right now, you're watching this and being like, there's no way she comes back from this, right? There's just no way. All right, they bring out the Sneasler, which is so annoying. They are constantly bringing out Sneasler for like fake out pressure. It's so annoying. This team was so annoying to go up against, y'all. I can't even explain like how terrible. I thaw out, baby. And that's on thawing out. Now, did they protect? Yes, but whatever. I thawed out. We're so back. My Trick Room is now up, so I'm no longer faster. That's okay, though. You know what? There's no way I win this, right? Like, there's no way we come back from this. So the Frostlass just protected, so my mind is like, oh, they'll probably attack, right? So I decide to Sucker Punch onto the Frostlass and just double up into the Frostlass. I'm gonna get faked out, you know, anyway, so let's just double up into this Frostlass, see who Sneasler fakes out, and just see what happens, you know? So Sneasler fakes out the King Gambit, no surprise there. He's probably more of a threat. King Gambit flinches, but of course, disable, like, girl, that is so annoying. Truly so annoying. So now my Dark Pulse is disabled. This is the first match I think that I've gone up against a team with Disable. I never dealt with any Sableye Disable teams, so that's annoying. I'm now going to Kowtow Cleave. I need to get this Frostlass off the screen, but my thinking is like, well, she's probably gonna just protect again, right? I don't know. So I decide to Sucker Punch into the Sneasler. I don't know, man. Or no, I don't. Just kidding. Kowtow and Cleaving is the better call, I think. So I'm disabled. I decide, you know what, whatever. I have like given up all hope. I decide to just Water Spout because I'm like, whatever. I am so glad that I didn't hit, you know, the same move there. And I decided to do something new on King Gambit. Interesting that they close combated the Blastoise. I don't know why they would do it on Blastoise and not the King Gambit, but I don't know, man. I'm not complaining. So now it's time to get some good damage onto the Sneasler. Just get it off the screen. Just kidding, baby. Sneasler's still in here. That was a huge mistake on my part. I should have hit the Frostlass, but it's fine. You're watching this battle, right? And you're thinking, there's no way she comes back from this, right? Like, there's no way. Like, how? What could I possibly do? All right, so my Incineroar is back. And this is it now for me. This is it. They have their whole squad ready to go. This is all I got. Incineroar and King Gambit. I couldn't tell you a single thing that I'm thinking right now. I have no idea what to do. I think the only thing I really can do, though, is try and get big damage. You know, I'm not as fast, so, you know, I don't know. But my King Gambit is such a huge problem for them. That is definitely clear. So I decided to protect on the King Gambit in hopes that they are just going to double up on King Gambit. I don't know. But I do have fake out pressure, which is quite nice. So, you know, that's nice. Did I protect, actually? Am I doubling up into the... Whimsicott is back. Dude, the amount of switching out this team does is so annoying. Oh my lord, they protect on the Sneasler. Dude, I'm getting annoyed even just watching this. Yeah, I fake out on the Sneasler. Nothing happens. What does King Gambit do here? Yep. I'm mad right now. Me live mad. Ironhead is freaking disabled. Do you see how annoying this fight is? They want me to forfeit so bad, but I refused. So I'm gonna hit the Sneasler, try to get this damn Sneasler off the screen, and then just flare blitz into Whimsicott, man. I don't know. I gotta do something, right? So we do a little bit of that. The good news is that my last 2 Pokemon here, though, as I said earlier, they're quite the threat against this team. Like, this isn't gonna be, you know, it's not gonna be easy to knock out my King Gambit. So they're thinking. They are currently creating the most toxic plan in their mind possible. Who knows what they're cooking up, but they sure are communicating. They do so much switching out, y'all. It's crazy. Rumor has it they got their own King Gambit in the back. Whimsicott protects, but I have a little sucker punch moment that fails. Flare Blitz doesn't do anything because he protects. Truly, y'all, the amount of turns where like nothing happens, just so annoying. And at this point, I'm like, I don't even know what they're gonna do because like they're probably just gonna switch out again. I don't know. I can't do anything because my moves are disabled. I'm so annoyed. You could probably see like how annoyed I am in my face. I am so annoyed. I'm like, you know what? I can't do shit. Might as well protect is kind of like my mindset, but I know I should lock in and try to get big damage. I protect. I'd be protecting. We must flare blitz. We must get somebody off the screen, right? Like somebody's got to go. I don't know if they're gonna like send out Sneasler again for fake out pressure. Probably, honestly. I could see them maybe switching King Gambit out if I'm being so honest. Nope. Wait, hold on. I protect. Encore. Get destroyed, Whimsicott. I hate you so much. Okay, King Gambit sucker punches me. I not the greatest call on their part, but that's fine. Die. See you in hell, Whimsicott. Oh my god, dude. What an annoying little guy. What an annoying little team. Okay, so, you know, Incineroar is down, but we're so back. We have a Citrus Berry. We've never been more back. Finally, Ironhead is no longer disabled. It's not really like that much of a game changer. You know, Whimsicott is dead, but like huge. The disabled moves, we're coming back. We love to see it. So now he's gonna communicate. He's once again thinking the most toxic thing he could do. Bro has the... Okay, Snow Warning is back. We must remember that he can disable my moves, so we gotta be really careful here. He's gonna protect, right? Like, there's no way he doesn't do anything else. Likely going to protect. Doubling up into him is probably not a good idea. They honestly, I could see them going for a double protect here because he sucker punched last time. A double protect, even though it doesn't really, like, it's not like he's stalling out my trick room or anything. I guess he's just getting information. But a double protect, I can see it happening, so I just don't even decide to double up. I just, you know. All right, protect on Frostlass. My sucker punch obviously is going to fail here because Frostlass protected. It is what it is. But Incineroar gets a Flare Blitz into that King Gambit, and that is huge damage. I normally don't bring Incineroar. The burn, baby. Burn. Okay, I normally don't bring Incineroar out because I just feel like I'm not very confident with him. I don't really know what I'm doing. So don't know why he kowtow cleaved my King Gambit. I'll be so honest here, but that burn is so huge for me. Incineroar was also such a great choice to bring to this fight. Like, Incineroar carried me so hard. King Gambit, Incineroar combination to finish up this fight. Such a big play on my part. So I'm kind of just like, all right, now what? I have no idea what to expect. They do still have Sneasler though, which is annoying because they can just, you know, keep switching into Sneasler for fake out pressure. Very, very, very annoying. Incineroar has been my GOAT this entire time, so I don't really want to lose him. So I kind of just gamble on them doubling up into Incineroar, and I decide to protect my boy. Because he's so low health, I'm like, surely they will just, you know, double up on him, right? Disables my Kowtow Cleave. Oh, no, just kidding, my Sucker Punch. That's fine. That's fine. We Kowtow Cleave. We be kowtowing cleaving into goodbye. Oh, my lord. My god, she really thought she ate with that disable. She really thought she did. She didn't. She absolutely did not. Okay, so now we're kind of like, all right, wait a second. Could we be so back? Could we mayhaps be back? Sneasler, King Gambit, look at the health versus look at what I'm dealing with. Suddenly, we're so back. The burn on their King Gambit is so huge for me, but okay, Sneasler is gonna be able to fake me out, right? King Gambit is burnt. What do I do here? I need to protect my King Gambit. Like, he's carrying so hard. Oh, honestly, watching this back, I don't even know what I would do because they're likely gonna fake out my King Gambit and then just try to knock out my Incineroar. My Incineroar just protected, so he can't, you know, he can't double protect here. I never go for a double protect. Okay, let's see what happens. I'm stressed. Sneasler protects, which is honestly very shocking to me. I don't know why he wouldn't just fake out, but whatever. We Flare Blitz. Goodbye, King Gambit. Do you see me? I'm like, I cannot believe I brought this game back. I had 2 Pokemon and I'm pretty sure they still had all 4 Pokemon left when I had 2 Pokemon left. All right. I don't know why they didn't fake out. If they had just faked out, they could have protected this turn. But like, even then, what would they do, you know? So like, whatever. Yeah. What are they gonna do? What could they possibly do here? Let's see. What did they cook up here? This battle was so annoying. I cannot believe I won this. It felt like it was so over, especially, dude, remember whenever I got frozen? That was like 20 years ago, it feels like. Close combats, that kills me, that's fine. Should have done that forever ago. I don't know why Sneasler waited so long to close combat my King Gambit. Should have done that forever ago. We Flare Blitz, baby. We take home the W somehow, some way. I don't know how we pulled it off, y'all. I don't know how we did that, but we did. This fight sucked so bad, but I was like exhausted after this fight, but it was so long and crazy that I had to show it. And now, as you can see, I am inching my way to Master Ball rank. So as you can see from the time in the top right, it is a crisp and early 9 a.m. and I am starting my morning off with a coffee and ranking up in Pokemon Champions. Okay, so for this next match, I look at the team and I see Oranguru and I'm kind of like, okay, probably a Trick Room team. So now I'm like, do I bring my Trick Room team against this? Like, I haven't really gone up against another Trick Room team for the most part. I've seen a lot of Tailwind teams, which works great for me, but I've not really gone up against a Trick Room team. So who do I bring when I look at this cast of characters? My first thought is like, I gotta bring in my boy King Gambit. It just feels like the correct call to always bring in King Gambit. I decided to do a Mega Blastoise King Gambit lead instead of a Blastoise Spiritomb lead, which is what I have normally been doing. I see Sneasler, I see Crabominable, which is likely the Mega. Very, very, very likely to be the Mega. I decide to bring Sylveon, and then I decide to just bring Basculegion in the back since he's so reliable. I am fully expecting to either see Sneasler or Oranguru in the front, like right from the get-go, because they just make the most sense, and we get Crabominable and Oranguru. So they're likely gonna Trick Room, and I definitely made the right call with deciding to not bring my Spiritomb, I would say. I decide to do a little Mega Evolving, and now the question is like, okay, so they are a very, very slow team. Very, very slow. What should I focus on? My mindset is kind of like, let's get this Mega off the screen, because he's probably going to be causing us more issues than, you know, Oranguru. So we lock in on that Crab, and then Oranguru, I think it has like, Instruct, I believe, is the annoying move that Oranguru has, which lets its team member use a move again, which is very, very annoying. So honestly, let's get this Mega off the screen. Let's get this monkey off the screen. Let's get him off the screen. We hate to see them. We have a Protect. We fake out into the Mega. I think they were just kind of maybe expecting that. That's fine though. King Gambit, hit him with a Cleave. Big, huge damage. I'm expecting a Trick Room here. We see a Trick Room here. So now They are faster. It feels kind of weird to be on the other side of a trick room, but it's also kind of fun and helps me test my skills with this team that I'm running because it is so heavily trick room. So now the plan, I love my Mega Blastoise so much because it has so many options that it can do. I am going to Aura Sphere into the Crab, see how much that does. I'm honestly shocked that they didn't Mega Evolve, but whatever. I'm doubling up into that Crab. Let's just see what happens. I'm fully expecting that Oranguru is gonna Instruct and just make the Crab buffer and scarier. So let's just knock out this Crab and focus all of our energy on this Crab right now. By the way, one of my favorite megas. I think it's so silly and so ridiculous. This is perfect for me. Oranguru protects for some reason. Don't know why. Drain Punch here. Drain Punch. Ouch. That hurts. Even with that Chople Berry, that hurts a little bit, but that's okay because we at least we live. So now it's our turn. Now it's our turn. King Gambit, you got to get one move in. One move. Iron Head, baby. Big damage. You simply love to see it. And now Blastoise cleans up here. This is a beautiful beginning, like start to this match. This is like easy mode. So love to see that. The Crab is down. Okay, so they decide to send out Tyranitar next, who I love. I used Tyranitar in my Twitch Rivals video team. I love Tyranitar. I think we got to get this Tyranitar off the screen. So I am Aura Sphering into it. Blastoise is pretty like healthy and feeling good. Just kidding, I am Water Spouting, baby. We are so back in Water Spouting. Yeah, I mean, I have full health, you know, why not? I am so nervous about Sucker Punching. I always am so, like, I don't know. I never Sucker Punch when I should, but this is one of those times when, like, you know, King Gambit doesn't have any health. He's not gonna live. Should I Sucker Punch? I don't know. Somehow I am faster than the Tyranitar. Honestly, maybe I should have Sucker Punched, but whatever. I used Iron Head on the Tyranitar and it did a good chunk of damage, and now Water Spout is easily going to take out. Oh my god. Do y'all see that? I would have thrown up if I were him. Like, he missed both Rock Slides, but here's that Instruct, so now he just gets to Rock Slide again. Can you even believe that, though? He missed the Rock Slide? Crazy. Anyway, I'm honestly glad I Iron Head, like, used Iron Head because it did a great amount of damage, and it would have been crazy if he had missed the Rock Slide both times on my Blastoise, but it doesn't even matter. I still have a lot of health to do a lot of damage with Water Spout. I take them both out. So obviously, this match is very much going my way, and it is feeling pretty chill, pretty cool. I've only lost King Gambit. I have no idea who he has in the back. I was thinking maybe like Sneasler. That was my guess, mayhaps. But also Scovillain, I felt like could be an option. I really had no idea. I didn't want to bring out Basculegion since a Trick Room was still up. I was too scared to bring him out. And then we got Primarina. I was not expecting to see this queen even a little bit. So I'm feeling good. You know, I don't have anything on Blastoise that can do much here, but that's okay. I'm just trying to go for big damage, so I Water Spout because why not? And I Hyper Voice because, again, why not? This is one of those battles where it's like, how are they going to come back from this? I don't really know. So let's see how much this little duo does here. Hyper Voice, insane amount of damage. Truly, Sylveon might just be the GOAT, y'all. Water Spout, not much. Blastoise is not great against Primarina here, but that's okay. That's fine. I honestly think I probably should just Quick Attack, right? Unless Primarina, like, protects, but honestly, she's just kind of delaying the inevitable, I think, here. I Water Spout again because I don't really know what to do with Blastoise. It doesn't really feel like worth it to trade, you know. Just kidding. We Dark Pulse. Hyper Voice again is like, you know, Hyper Voice or Quick Attack. It's the thing to do, I think. And that's it, y'all. That is this match. Was it the most exciting match ever? No. But you know what? I won, so that felt good. And I was able to comfortably win without Spiritomb, which was kind of nice. And more importantly, I'm at Master Ball rank, baby. I was able, I think it's actually kind of hilarious that Spiritomb, the one match Spiritomb didn't come to was the one where I rank up. But Spiritomb was in every other match, so it's fine. But yeah, was my journey to Master Ball rank with my Spiritomb team.